Words of the Spirit 9:14-24. Where do men end? I speak unto you this day, and I ask you, where do men end? This is dependent on how they live their lives and who it is that they follow. You can be assured that those who are full of pride will perish, and those who are humble before me will be honored. There are many who take no thought for where they will end. And when they are faced with their end times, they do not humble themselves unto me. Instead, they are proud to be going to hell. Stop and consider how blind people become when they are covered in the demon spirits of pride and rebellion against me. Those who are rebellious against me will automatically reject and refuse to walk in humility because their hearts are full of animosity and rebellion towards me. In fact, they show contempt for me and the standards of righteousness I have given for people to walk in. They are covered in demon darkness, and they love it to be so. It is indeed a shameful thing when those who are aspiring for or already have authority in terms of leadership to be found speaking forth lies continually and not stopping their deceitful delusions. When I give to people the positions of leadership, they are meant to realize that they are to be servants to those they are over. They are not meant to rule in cruelty and selfishness. However, when some are promoted, then they become so proud that they refuse all sound counsel and follow the folly of their own understanding. They will hate to do what is right and want to do only what is wicked. Therefore be aware that when such ones are in rule, that I do not want my people who will remain true to me to listen to their insane rantings and ravings, nor take up their perverse cravings for sin and iniquity. Those who are mine are expected to keep their vision clearly upon me and to listen to and obey the directives that I give to them through my Spirit. If you stop and consider the consequences of sin, they are never good. In fact, they are unbelievably ugly and will bring continual erosion of morality and integrity to any and all who yield to sin and partake of its foolery. I do not want my people to keep company with fools. I want them to keep company with me, for I am the one who gives to them all that they need in every situation and circumstance. Therefore, be attentive at all times to the commands and directives that my Spirit gives to you, and you will be guided in a plain path, avoiding the trap, the snares, the entanglements all about. The wicked do plot against the just and are always seeking for a way to enchant, entangle, and ensnare them into evil and thereby bring the just into captivity to the same sins as are the way of life unto the wicked. Keeping this in mind, do not be in continual company with the world's people and take on their values, which are empty and will lead to destruction of soul and the accompanying despair and depression. Instead, keep in fellowship with me through my Holy Spirit and continue to follow in the steps of my Son Jesus. As you remain faithful in your pilgrimage journey, so will I raise up for you others who hold to and walk in the same standards of righteousness I have purposed you to adhere to. These will become your friends in the faith, and you will not be isolated nor lonely as you become a united believer and are called to be warriors for righteousness. These are times when throughout the world the wicked are in rule, and their domains of power show forth the despotism that the pride-crazed leaders have given themselves unto. Although embodied in human form, many of these power figures are demons in human bodies. Therefore, you are not meant to accept their cruel rule over you and think that I am pleased in your obedience to rebels and demons. I am not pleased when my people will choose to compromise with the wicked and come under the mind of demons rather than remain under the mind of my Holy Spirit. I did not create my people for them to become adherents to unrighteousness and follow after the stupidity and lies that the enemy forces want them to believe. Consider that the end of all wicked ones is their own destruction, and damnation is their eternal abode, because they have chosen to rebel against me and my standards of righteousness. So, realistically, what is the end of all men? The end is determined by the choices people make and the coverings that they choose to be under. Therefore, do not think that you must imitate the world or walk in the world and come forth covered in the world. I want you to be separated, consecrated, and dedicated unto me, for I am the one who has created you, and you are meant to be living for me as your master and Lord. If you truly love me and are living in the attitude of gratitude, you will refuse, rebuke, and refute the demonic lies that the devil sends to enchant and entice you away from me. Once the separation occurs, and those who are cowardly and compromising will be led down the road to nowhere except hell as their end. Those who imagine that they will live in the folly and foolery of hell forever and enjoy one big party will be rudely and crudely awakened when they find themselves locked into the agonies of the damned forever. Hell is not a place of pleasure. It is a place of never-ending torments and burning without relief. The wicked who choose for that destiny are fools. Avoid them at all cost. Stand for righteousness, and you will find that my mercies are abundant to you both now and forever. Give me thanks and praise.